It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down, Murray. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And it's 3rd down.
They fake the handoff, now Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Finds his running back, James Conner. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Murray a give. This is Conner. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Cardinals are on the board here first in the season opener. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
A loss of 2 brings up the 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go play action with Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Open man is Uzomah. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He's into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Forced out to his left. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Murray now. And this will be swung out here for counter. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point up and through. And it's now 14-0.
14, Bengals nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll try and run with Mixon, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. On play action, it's Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That catch puts him 80 away from 1,000. He's now at 920, and 920, that ties him with Torrey Holt.
That's a great name to remember, but the number, 920, almost boggles the mind, doesn't it? You're talking about 80 catches away from 1,000. What a phenomenal achievement. If he gets there, I have no reason to believe he won't.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's a second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. Now it's Burrow. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To the air again, Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now it's Burrow. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 42 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Play action. Now it's Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner there to make the grab. And the Cards continue to pull away here in this first half. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Buda Baker with a pick. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And this one is right through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
11, Thomas. 11. 46.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Now Burrow loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
2nd and 2. Here's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Back to Mixon on second down. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And now here's a carry heading left. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Right back to him on first down. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
And he'll get this awfully close to a 1st down. Boy, that's going to be a razor-thin measurement, but I don't think he got there. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 2nd half at FedEx Field now. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Play fake. Murray. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Now Murray off play action. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter. That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. Fights loose. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On 1st and 10 is Conner. Trucks over him, pushing through the contact. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go. Here we go.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. They'll run with Mixon. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They run for it with Mixon. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I tell you what, Charles,
Here